Thanksgiving, right here every Tuesday. Thanksgiving, come on and press play. There's Elvis, the host with the most, yada 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 yada. With a different guest each week, they're the smart ones. Each episode's a new movie about Tom Hanks, the man himself. Of course, it's time for TomHanksgiving. It's the best you can get. It's the rootinest, tootinest podcast on the internet. TomHanksgiving.
Howdy, partner, and welcome back to TomHanksgiving. I am your Happy Meal-sized host, Elvis Kunish, and today we're joined by our special guest, voice actor and survivor of the Oreo Gauntlet, SungWon Cho.
Hello. Well, I'm happy to be back on the TomHanksgiving Podcast.
Especially with the subject.
Well, this one will be better than the next one, but yeah, we've got, Toy Story shorts.
In anticipation for Toy Story 4, which comes out...
excited anticipation.
Next week. We're going to do all of the Toy Story shorts. There's 5 of them.
Right. And I asked you beforehand, but Tom Hanks is in all of them.
Yes,
so we have to watch all of them.
Have to do them.
Okay.
Thank God he's not in the video games.
That's true. Otherwise, yeah, unless this was the gym. We could do a gym after this. Do
Jim Hanksgiving, yeah.
How many movies has he been in? Probably a good number, actually.
I mean, especially if you count all, like, the tie-in and the promo stuff.
All right.
I think we probably have to do Colin Hanksgiving before that.
No, Jim Hanksgiving. His career is way more important than Colin's.
It's certainly less celebrated.
Yeah, it's true.
But today we're here to celebrate the man himself, Tom Hanks, and his continued performances. Sheriff Woody Proud.
Nope, Pride. Sheriff Woody Proud, of the Proud family. Sheriff Woody Pride.
Which is the name, I just found out that this is his last name a month ago from you.
Yeah, I first saw this, it was like a toy that had it. Like, it was like Sheriff Woody Pride. But then when you go to Jesse's, what the hell do you call it? The Jesse's merry-go-round at the Disneyland.
Which is now open.
Yeah, right. There's a song where they call him Sheriff Woody Pride. And I was like, oh, this is like... I forget. Can we swear on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was like, oh, shit. Like, that's his real name. It's Sheriff Woody Pride, which it's crazy to me that was never, ever addressed, especially in Toy Story 2.
Well, I'm sure that's where it should have been.
Right.
And you think at that point they would have come up with it.
Yeah, or just been like, no last name.
Yeah.
But instead...
Now, it's weird that it's like... I mean, Toy Story 3 was already like 10 years... 15 years later.
Right.
And then, like, even 10 years after that, there's...
Suddenly a name.
It's an odd addition, a retcon.
Right.
But we'll see. I'm kind of curious. I've only seen 2 of these shorts.
Right, I've only seen one. I've seen the French fry one.
Small Fry,
yeah.
And I've seen Hawaiian Vacation and Small Fry, which
is Hawaiian Vacation any good?
I remember at the time... Yeah. Being like, it's too soon. It came out like not even a calendar year later, I think.
Yeah.
Or just over a year later. And being like, we just put these bodies in the ground. Right. Why are we? Oh, it felt too soon.
Imagine if like Millennium Actress had used shorts.
Oh my God!
The Halloween Millennium Actress special.
I mean, technically, it kind of would tie in if it was just movies she had been in.
That's true.
You could do something like that.
I'm just trying to it's really interesting that they took Toy Story and were like, well, that finished amazingly. Well, of course they're doing a sequel, but let's do 50 shorts as well.
The one thing I'll give it to them is that Toy Story, outside of maybe Monsters Inc., is the most unique universe they have. Where it's like, oh, we can come up with endless, like, we've never seen this toy before, how does that work?
Right.
That still doesn't make me want them to make, like, the 3 was perfect.
You know, maybe we'll watch these and be like, wow, it was so worth it for these to have been made. We're just amazed. Apologies to, well, not John Lasseter. Apologies to Pixar and everyone there who's not John Lasseter.
I will say, there's actually one more person we're going to talk about today who fits in that new John Lasseter camp of, not great to have in the credits.
Are we talking about old Timmy?
Timmy?
Who are you talking about?
We'll get there.
Okay.
But one of the... we'll save it for then.
Okay.
But what I'd like to do with these shorts, obviously we're kind of both of the opinion that Toy Story 3 wrapped it up perfectly.
Right.
That was our whole spiel on that episode. But let's try and see, like, let's find the best things about these shorts.
Okay.
Be like, what you know, it's not, we didn't want it, but like,
what can we glean from these that was like positive?
Let's be Tom Hanks about this and be like, look at the positives.
And of course, let's examine Tom Hanks' roles in these shorts.
Yes.
How Woody contributes to the story, or if not at all.
Yeah, because it's like, these are so small. It's kind of like, did Tom Hanks really do anything with this, or is this is just a paycheck, which is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, better than putting out a whole third Da Vinci Code movie where you don't try.
Right. Yeah. Which you saw.
I did.
That's incredible to me.
It was.
I haven't seen any of them.
It was more. I think the first Da Vinci Code is my least favorite because it tries to be not as ridiculous as it should be.
I see. So the other ones embrace it.
The second one's just bonkers. I love it.
Okay.
It's where HBO got the idea for Young Pope.
Is that Angels and Demons?
Yes.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
What's the third one?
Inferno.
I don't even know that one. Okay.
It's also weird. And trying to see Tom Hanks run when he's like 62.
Yeah.
And they're just the way Ron Howard has to film the action.
Right.
Because they're not actually moving very much.
Yeah.
It's very amusing. But
Ron Howard directed those?
Yes.
All three of them?
That's who was his training ground for coming on and doing Star Wars.
Oh my god. Those movies just exist in a bubble to me. I read the book and it was not very good. Anyway, this isn't about Da Vinci Code.
No, we've done the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the Toy Story shorts. We're starting with the first one, Toy Story Hawaiian Vacation.
Oh boy.
Barbie? Ken? Woody?
Hey! You guys are in Hawaii too! Groovy! We stowed away in Bonnie's backpack! How'd you guys get here?
Ken, this is Bonnie's bedroom.
What?
So Hawaiian Vacation came out in 2011. It was attached to the front of Cars 2. Directed by Gary Rydstrom, who also did the short Lifted, and directed the Lucasfilm animation Strange Magic in 2015.
Ooh, I heard that was real bad.
Yeah, I saw the 40 seconds of the trailer and then had to turn it off this morning.
Yeah.
But he's primarily known as a sound designer and has done sound design for all the biggest movies, bunch of Spielberg, all the Pixars, some Star Wars. But notably, he was sound designer on Toy Story shorts and even The Post. For our
Post. Okay,
yes, for our Tom Hanks collection. So it was written by Gary Rydstrom and Jason Katz, with Eric Benson, and the story was by Eric Benson and Christian Roman.
All right, so actually pretty good, I thought.
Yeah.
It has the energy of like the original Toy Stories, like 10 gags a minute, like parts in the room. You know, where it's like, what are you looking at, you hockey puck? It's just like various little tiny snippets here and there. It's cute. I do think that having Ken and Barbie immediately come after the third movie is a little bit of a strange choice. But
Yeah, as you mean as like the focus of this first short.
right. But it's a cute concept, and it's actually kind of fun seeing them set up different scenarios within the context of toy reality.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is kind of what I was getting at earlier. I don't know if we talked about it off mic or on, but just Toy Story is kind of ripe for a lot of these kind of gags or this kind of universe. So the shorts actually do kind of make sense.
I like this one way more, I remember, than the second one.
Okay.
Because I don't really like the second one. But well, we'll see. Maybe I'll like it more.
Yeah. But, I think the distance certainly helps that
Sure.
it's been so long, and this is just like...
It's like, hey, we have Toy Story 4 to look forward to.
Yeah.
So this is something... Oh, this is kind of nice, actually. It's a nice little short.
Yeah, the fact that it doesn't really matter, so
Yeah.
it's easier to just kind of... It's just fine for it to just be kind of light and jokey.
Right. I do like kind of seeing the dynamics between the new Bonnie toys and the old toys. Mm-hmm. Although... I didn't really realize it, but Jeff Garlin and John Ratzenberger really have the same kind of energy.
Yeah.
They really are kind of the same character.
Yeah. I guess Jeff Garland and Buttercup is a little bit more self-aware.
Yeah.
He's not as
Well, Ham's pretty self-aware.
That's true. I mean, yeah.
I feel like Jeff Garland's Buttercup is more jolly.
Yeah.
He's jollier than Ham, who's very sarcastic.
I feel like the joke is a little bit on Ham more often than it's on Buttercup too.
Yeah. I find it very kind of wrapping my head around the idea of Spanish Buzz is like locked away in a mind prison until they decide to bring him out.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little strange. Like, let's bring him out as a party trick, and then what? They switch him back and he's trapped in a mind prison forever?
I mean, maybe it's
or
like...
is he like within Buzz's mind looking out?
You know, maybe it's like TKO and OKKO.
Oh, yeah.
It's a part of him, and they've found harmony now.
But see, it's not that because... Well, maybe now, but like in Toy Story 3, Buzz doesn't remember anything.
Yeah.
So Buzz is just asleep. So Spanish Buzz it's kind of disturbing to me.
It's also really weird if you think of it like, because Jesse kind of implies, I know about his Spanish mode.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Buzz isn't there for any of that relationship.
Yeah. That's a bit of a troubling thing to wrap your head around.
I do have to give credit to Ken and Barbie, though, because, like, I can't remember was it Ham who said, you haven't kissed yet?
It was Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, so he said that.
Yeah.
And that's fair. It's been a while,
Yeah.
but it took Buzz to kiss Jessie like 15 years.
Right.
They started getting an attraction at the end of Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Not till the end of Toy Story. So that wasn't that long by toy standards.
Right. I guess toys are not as sexually forthcoming as humans are.
Unless you're Bo Peep.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which we'll see in Toy Story 4.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
So Tom Hanks' performance was fine. Woody didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
He just kind of was like, hey, gang, let's do the Hawaiian vacation. And then really the star of the show here is Ken and Barbie.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, I guess.
I guess it does kind of make sense because both of these characters are so new to the franchise. It's like, well, why not spend a short for them? We already know Woody and Buzz,
yeah.
That might be part of the problem with Small Fry. It's another Buzz story, and
oh boy.
Well, we'll get there in a second. But
Buzz really in this just read off a pamphlet the whole time.
Isn't that what he's kind of been doing for the last 2 movies?
Yeah, pretty
though?
much. Yeah.
He was really good in the first one.
Yeah,
And
then,
there's a lot of really good funny jokes in the second one. With
but in
Buzz.
3 he doesn't do a whole lot.
3, Buzz is just not a very interesting character.
Right.
When it comes right down to it. Best line, best joke.
There's something I laughed at.
I liked Shark Week, when they turned the TV, but I think my favorite was when Mr. Potato Head throws his arm and eye and deals.
Yeah,
it's like deal me into poker.
That was my favorite. Yeah,
that could have been in the first movie.
Right.
The one thing I'm kind of iffy on is they make. A lot of the Ken jokes is like, isn't it funny? He's femme, gay, or whatever. It's like, come on.
Yeah, in 3 they have that scene where like the bookworm is like, yeesh or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, it's a bit dated.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I like that Ken embraces his feminine side.
Yeah, it's a really nice character trait, but it's just too often it's like, this is the joke.
Right.
Like the heels thing in Toy Story 3. Funny on its own.
Yeah.
But just so much it's like, get it?
Yeah.
Like, the sparkly letters, isn't that funny?
Right.
He's crying. It's like, it's Ken. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's not that, it doesn't have to be funny, you other heteronormative toys.
Sure.
Yeah. What was the worst part of this one?
This one, I don't know. It was perfectly fine. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was in one location, which I kind of have a problem with the second one because it tries to do a lot in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, we'll get there.
This one, it just feels like it's like the toys hanging out, and I actually enjoy that. Like I said, it makes me think back to like Toy Story 1, where before anything happens, the toys are just existing in their world and like, you know, cracking jokes and doing like, you're seeing what they do in their off time.
Mm-hmm.
I actually enjoy that. So nothing here popped out to me as like, oh, this was like the worst part. I'll probably have more opinions on the next one.
Toy Story Small Fry.
What happened into what?
He says the plastic in the ball pit made him shrink.
Yeah, that's right, Tex. Say, when's the playtime start around here?
All right, where's the real Buzz? This is the real Buzz.
Oh, playtime day.
Rex, he's like 3 inches tall.
Yeah, but he's a pretty good ice dancer.
This was released in 2011, connected to The Muppets, directed by Angus MacLane,
He's McLean, yeah.
who co-directed, most notably, Finding Dory, and as well as Toy Story of Terror, which we'll watch here shortly, the Bernie short, and he's just been an animator at Pixar forever.
Huh.
It was also directed by Dylan Brown, the famous director who went on to not be the director of Wonder Park.
Oh, you were telling me about him.
Yeah, the director, the famous animated movie that came out in 2019 that
Had no director.
Yes, it had no director
Interesting.
because he was fired by Paramount because of some skeevy shit.
Huh, what exactly did he do?
I read up on this morning. It was like inappropriate comments and caressing.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah, so that's some dangerous.
Interesting. Well, the reason why he laughed at Angus MacLane was because we were trying to play this short on the DVD, and it kept playing some special feature with Angus MacLane, just being like, if we play the same song, go, hi, I'm Angus MacLane, like 3 times in a row. No, we're not laughing at you, Angus MacLane. We're laughing at our misfortune. But this short, I think maybe the reason why I didn't like it so much when I watched it was because it was the first Toy Story short I ever, or the only Toy Story short I ever saw. Mm-hmm. So when I saw it, I was like, this is what they're doing with Toy Story now. But I feel like after watching it after Hawaiian Vacation, it's not as bad to me.
Yeah.
It still feels very rushed because it is a lot of like, gotta go here. Now we're back here, back here, back here. It's like, I almost feel like they didn't need the small Buzz. Like the whole story could have easily just been Buzz Lightyear stuck in a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. That would at least saved on the cutting back and forth between the non-narrative that was at the house.
Right. Like maybe you could have the small Buzz like with him in the fast food thing, but like really cutting back to the house did nothing. And Woody and Tom Hanks in this is barely there.
Yeah, I really hope that they recorded the lines for all 3 of these first shorts together.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, I guess he gets paid either way.
They
but
probably didn't, just from how I know how this works.
I'm sure they didn't.
Well, I mean, listen, I've had sessions where I come in for like 5 minutes. I get paid for the whole session anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit.
No, I mean, it's an easy day. You can hear the age in Hanks's voice and Woody here.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hear that in the previous in the Toy Story 3, but like that's what I noticed coming from him.
Right.
The few times he talked.
Yeah. So 4, it's gonna be crazy. How old
4, he's gonna just be like gruff.
I am Woody. I think the funniest stuff in this for me is like some of the the fast food toys, they're actually pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Like, what was it? The Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
That's funny.
The steak transformer.
Yeah.
Because he looks exactly like a toy I used to have.
Yeah.
That was like in a McDonald's Happy Meal.
They kind of overdo it a bit, but it's funny.
Oh, they definitely overdo it.
They do it too much, but that's probably the highlight of it for me is that. Because I don't care about Little Buzz and what's going on at the house.
Yeah. I think I do kind of appreciate the idea that there's going to be alternate versions of this character as a toy. So that's kind of a neat idea. I don't think they did a lot with it here.
What's interesting to me is that apparently this character is so beloved that even 20 years later, he is still a fast food toy?
Yeah.
Like, is this like the reboot Buzz Lightyear? And is this like Buzz Lightyear Chibi or Buzz Lightyear like...
Maybe, yeah. It's
Buzz
like
Lightyear Go? Is that what this is?
Teen Titans Go, Buzz Lightyear.
They're like, we're bringing back beloved from 90s property Buzz Lightyear, but now they're small and it's goofy. That might actually be the meaning behind that.
Yeah, because...
Or at least that's what my clever interpretation of it.
That's the only way to really work it, because like if it was a reboot, there would be a character redesign, but the only redesign is the shapes.
Yeah.
Is the size of it. Which the first time I watched it, I was like, it's smaller because it's a Happy Meal toy. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you take it like that, it's Chibi Buzz now.
I didn't think about this when I watched it the first time, but the second time I was like, wait a minute, this is... Why are they having Buzz Lightyear fast food toys?
Buzz, he should be up there in the bunch that was left over from the 90s.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Not new in the box.
Yeah, I do like the concept, though, of, like, they really did capture the feel of fast food toys. Mm-hmm. Like how cheap they are and how gimmicky they are.
Yeah.
And I think that it is funny that, these are the ones that got left behind. I think that's a funny idea. Kind of depressing, but it is funny. And it is kind of like a retread of like 3, the getting abandoned, but yeah, it's clever. So
my biggest problem though is that this situation is a whole movie in the Toy Story world. Like, this is Toy Story 1. That's everything. You're outside, you're left.
Yeah.
And then it's nothing to get back and go back to be the sponsor.
Yeah, it definitely cheapens, like, how hard it was in Toy Story 2 to go from a building to another building.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this would have been, like, the bad Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Like, the whole plot would be like he got stuck somewhere.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm glad this wasn't a movie.
Right.
But it does cheapen the effect of those actual stories.
Would you... I mean, the answer is no. But, like, what if they did a Toy Story show? Yeah, I mean, listen, they've already disgraced...
We'd have to do a podcast for every episode.
Oh, God. Not every... They've already disgraced the franchise with 4 and...
Yeah.
With 4. So it's like, if Monsters, Inc. is getting a show. So, like, if Toy Story got a show... At least, I mean, I wouldn't watch it, but there'd be, like, interesting things they could do, maybe.
I'd love to see a change in the art style if they did that. Like, make it traditional.
Interesting.
Or, yeah.
I don't know if I'd like that. I kind of like that they look real.
Yeah, I mean, though I prefer that, obviously, for the movies, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking... I feel like the quality's going to go down no matter what if you have a show.
Sure.
So maybe just kind of... completely different with
I feel like traditional animation wouldn't capture... Then they just look like cartoon characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they don't feel like toys. I don't know. Anyway, they should never do that.
No.
But I was like...
There's a lot... There's endless gags you can come up with. That would kind of make sense.
But, like, this short could have been a 20-minute episode of the theoretical show and would have been, I think, better. Maybe.
We're about to see some 20-minute episodes of what could be the show, so maybe not.
Maybe I'll eat those
Maybe
words.
I'm glad this was only 7 minutes long.
No, I'm glad but I don't know. I'm just wondering this because he goes back and forth so quick.
Yeah.
So.
Would you eat at Poultry Palace?
Yes.
I
Absolutely. Anytime they show a fake fast food restaurant in a cartoon, even though they're supposed to look disgusting, because, oh man, it's so much chicken or so greasy, I'm like, I'd fucking eat there.
Okay, let's move on to the third one.
Partysaurus Rex, which I have not seen, and you have not seen.
No, this will be brand new for both of us.
I could get this party started up in here. Without blood? Upside.
Toy Story Partysaurus Rex came out in 2012. It was attached to the 3D re-release of Finding Nemo.
That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see it too. It was directed by Mark A. Walsh. He was an animator at Pixar, and then most recently he's done a VR film called Gary the Gull.
Oh, okay.
Which I have not seen. And some guy named Dylan Brown. We're not going to talk about
Whoever that is, yeah.
Wow, I really like this.
This is the best one so far.
Holy
In
cow.
terms of sheer animation, it's very playful. It's very, like, well done, like, visually. Like, I even noticed, like, Mr. Potato Head's motions and Rex's motions were very kind of dynamic and cartoony compared to, like... And I didn't mind that. Like, it didn't... They felt more cartoony, but it fit the theme of this one.
Yeah.
Which is very, like, a rave gone wrong. Like, and they actually managed to capture... There's, like, shots that are super overwhelming, like, visually and, like, with the audio. It's a really funny short. And, like, they do, like... I love that they explore the whole idea of, like, the bathroom toys and stuff. It's
Here's
cool.
another example of, like, the shorts work best when it's a single location.
Yes. Like, Bonnie's house is full of things, like, to explore. Like, when I was a kid, I would play with the toys because inspired by Toy Story. Like, they're going down to the basement, or they're going... What would they do in the living room or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of room, so you don't need to take them to Poultry Palace. Like, the bathroom, like, is a whole unexplored territory. And in terms of, like... I love, like, the beginning where it's, like, the when they're playing, and it's like it's the dramatic iceberg, and then Rex bursts out of the water,
Godzilla style. That was really gratifying to see.
Yeah, those play segments were like some of the best part, like the best part of, not best part, one of the best parts of the beginning of 3.
Yeah,
where they did that whole sequence. It was like capturing sort of that, and then. Yeah, just a lot of good gags, and
it is kind of crazy that they didn't use any like imagination play segments until the 3rd one.
Yeah,
because it was always we see exactly what the reality of it.
The closest thing we got was the video game in 2.
That's true. I guess they did do that.
But that wasn't playtime.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3. Going back to 2, I just love that fake out where he's dead.
Yeah,
it's really funny. But anyway, with 3, yeah, but I think that was like fan service. It was like,
it
hey,
totally worked.
This is what's so fucking cool. It was a great way to start. But I did love that they did it in this short.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks is barely in this. This might be the smallest role he has in any of the shorts, but I don't care because I think Rex got kind of shafted in the 3rd movie.
Agreed.
And so letting him be the star of this actually feels like good. Like it's better than watching Buzz again.
Yeah, and even more like Ken and Barbie were perfect for that short, but like Rex is a character we haven't ever really seen spotlit before. I like that, and I also really like that he had a story that didn't involve Trixie, his new counterpart.
Yeah.
Like she's fine, but like I didn't need it to be like. Oh, are they friends? Is it a love story? We don't need that.
It was pretty funny how quickly they set up the plot, though.
Yeah.
Like, party pooper! all right, let's go.
Another great example of seeing the toys just be on their own, making giant fucking bubbles.
I love seeing the toys just dick around. Like, man. This is definitely the best one so far.
Yeah, this...
And I was skeptical. I like Party Source Rex. This one's going to be stupid, but I was very... And this... Honestly, like, it makes me go, like, they could have done, like, a show.
Yeah.
These 20-minute ones, though, are going to test my patience.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're really good, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot you could do in the Toy Story...
Maybe we'll even feel better about 4 by the end of this.
God, maybe... I don't know about
this
that.
really did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Part of it is, not having seen it before really helped, but just... Yeah, wow. This was creative. Really fun, really creative.
Really well directed.
Yeah.
Like, I love how well it captured that rave feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music, the lights, and just the cut to, they called the plumber.
Yeah.
Because of course, nobody's gonna, like, toys are over.
right. Like, something happened to the fucking water. Yeah. That's really funny.
Favorite toy from the bathtub?
I don't know if I do like the ship captain. I think the ship captain's funny.
Good.
I think the funniest joke is like the guy, or some of them. I love the guy, the whale that's like stuck in the faucet.
So it talks like this.
Yeah, and I love just like the little gag of like, oh man, the floaters get all the fun. It's like, there's a hierarchy to bathtub toys. It's really funny.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, let's hope that the next one that's 20 minutes or whatever can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, if nothing else, you know what? We're going to get more Tom Hanks. So I'm excited about that.
We'll see.
All right. You think he's not going to be...
I don't know. Like, he's barely in these shorts.
He's got it. It's 20 minutes long.
What's the next one? The Halloween one?
This is the Halloween one.
All right, we'll see.
All right, let's do it. Trick or treat, Tom Hanks.
One syllable? Once upon a time.
1 + 1 is 1.
I think maybe it's pointing up.
Up.
Yeah.
Of course.
Toy Story of Terror came out in 2013 and aired on October 16th on ABC. It was a TV special, the first Toy Story TV special, 22 minutes, written and directed by our old friend Angus MacLane.
Our favorite director, Angus MacLane.
And wow.
It was really good.
So good.
So first off, it's the TomHanksgiving Podcast. So Tom Hanks was in it barely. Woody kind of talks. Woody talks like 3 times. Let's get that out of the way. He was fine. But wow, really good. Like that Jessie is the protagonist.
That was such a smart choice.
Yeah, and they deal with her trauma with being abandoned inside the box for so long. And Joan Cusack, right?
Yeah.
She's really
So
good in this.
good.
Like she has to emote like movie level emotions and stuff.
Yeah, and the most work the character's gone through. Honestly, maybe even more than the second movie.
Yeah, actually.
Because the second movie kind of ends with just like she gets rescued,
right?
And then it's
I like that in this one. She rescues Woody.
Yeah, that was at least a good excuse why Woody wasn't in it more.
Right. Yeah. I love Combat Carl.
So good.
Love that reference. Oh man.
He definitely took up a lot of lines that Buzz could have had, but
yeah. I even liked Buzz more in this. Like I like Buzz's whole thing now is he's basically a MacGyver military man.
Yeah.
And he does get to do that a bit, and it's pretty satisfying.
It
when
works.
They do the hang, what do you call it?
When they
zip line
down,
and
even
stuff
when he's just like holding the hand like a metal detector or something. That was
even
really cool.
Buzz gets to do stuff.
Woody got the shaft for sure.
Woody and Rex and Trixie. Well, Trixie always doesn't really have, but Rex doesn't really do anything.
He got the last one though, so he's fine.
Yeah. The iguana being the thing was a nice surprise. I thought it was going to be like a cat or something.
Mm-hmm. Or a toy, but no, that was a neat choice.
And we have a human villain again. This one even more malicious
than Al.
Like, Al was just like, I'm going to steal a toy from her. I mean, which is bad.
Yeah.
But this was like, he's actively been doing this forever.
Yeah.
And stealing from children specifically is very...
And he somehow trained an iguana to
pick up only toys. And at the end, he's going to prison.
That was such a funny ending.
Yeah.
Police show up and like I'm surprised. Like I'm surprised he didn't die when that.
What if he just died?
I think that's why they had him run out so quickly. It's like, don't worry, he's alive.
He's alive, but he will be going to prison.
That was God.
That was really. That's why, man. I'm like, they could have done a Toy Story TV show.
Yeah.
Like if it was that level of quality of animation. Like, that was a really good 20 minutes of Toy Story.
Yeah,
like,
another example of, like, the shorter stories, let's just focus on a single location. A motel is a great location.
Right, that's a great location for a 20-minute thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like, Poultry Palace could have been a good 20-minute show.
Yeah.
Maybe. But this, like, having, going through motel, like, under the motel, in the vents, like, there's a lot you can do there, and, it really shows, though, that because Woody has gone through his journey, Woody is just like the dad now.
Yeah, he does. I mean, that's the biggest problem. The smartest choice with all these shorts is that they're focusing on the other characters.
Right.
Woody's done his character development.
He's done. Like, he just has to be like, all right, guys, we should stay in the bag. Like, that's all he gets to do. But I do like, because Toy Story 3, while I love Toy Story 3, a lot of the side characters don't get to have their spotlight. Mm-hmm. But now it's like Rex and Jessie and even Buzz, whatever. But Jessie... The coolest thing about this is that Jessie gets to be the star.
Yeah. Combat Carl's definitely the MVP for new characters, but I did really like Pezcat.
I love Pezcat. I loved all like old timer. Like, this is another.
But wait, the pocket
with what the fuck was it? Speed Lacer.
Speed Lacer and Zipper.
Snaps or whatever.
That was really funny.
Like. Whenever they show like a new batch of toys together, I feel like this was the most successful one.
Yeah.
Like the other ones, like the Poultry Palace feels like just too many gags.
Mm-hmm.
But this does feel like a random group of toys. And they're funny concepts, but it's not just like, these are some funny jokes.
Well, it really helps that each of the toys has a purpose in this one. Like, Pezcat is the lookout the way that Lenny used to be.
And the Lego thing lets them build up.
And it became a ladder at the end for everybody to get out. Right. Also, we didn't mention it in Small Fry, but just seeing Legos is so... And this is still before the Lego movie came out, so I'm sure that won't happen again.
Yeah, it was interesting, though.
Yeah.
Because it used to be, I know in like the original, they had, what are those little tiny ones? Those little egg people.
Oh, not the Duplos.
No. They're not like tiny tots or something. I don't know. I forget the
name. Oh,
yeah,
I remember they're like...
Yeah. But now they've moved up to Legos, which is cool.
Yeah, I bet this was probably before Warner Brothers got like the secured rights, because this is still 2012. Lego movie came out in 2014. I guess they would have been making it by then, though. So,
although, does Warner Bros. Only own Lego now for the movie shit?
I don't know. I mean,
because they still make like cartoons and stuff. So.
That's true.
I don't know.
Anyway,
this isn't about Legos. This is about Toy Story, and so I mean, I was very, very impressed by this.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if the next one will even live up to this.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we've been saying about everything so far, like Partysaurus Rex and this and.
Pocketeer, that was it.
Pocketeer, okay.
I like Prickle Pants as the meta. Like, that was a nice addition to his
It's a little overdone, but it was a nice, framing device.
Going kind of all Abed on it.
Yeah.
They're talking super loudly when they're asleep in the room.
And they're just walking around.
Yeah.
Whenever they do like a open the zipper thing and look out of the bag, it's like, someone can see that.
Yeah.
Anyone can see that.
No one ever does, though.
Yeah.
Really liked all of it, really.
Yeah.
What do you think was the funniest part?
Oh, man. What was like the funniest part?
There was definitely a couple parts where I was laughing out loud.
Yeah, me too.
It was probably when the three of them turn around and then it just cuts to them running and screaming.
That was good.
That was really great. I mean,
Combat Carl has some funny stuff.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "You're not Combat Carl."
Right, yeah, and then her performance, even that was just really funny.
Pocketeer was my favorite joke.
Because the animation on that throw, too, was just so goofy.
Right. So Angus MacLane clearly has a lot of passion for this universe, and I mean, he did Small Fry, but this one, I mean,
some good stuff.
I
mean, we shouldn't be surprised. This is Pixar. This is Toy Story. I mean, I know recent
fallen off.
I get, but like, still, they've made such good things.
Yeah.
It's.
Now I'm like, maybe the Monsters Inc. show will be good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
We're going to get to the point where we're excited for Toy Story 4.
Oh, no. No. Okay, this last one.
We'll talk. Yeah, well,
This last one will decide things for sure.
All right.
It's a dinosaur one?
It's a dinosaur one, yeah.
I'm like less interested.
Me too, but like, this wasn't actually that. It was horror themed, but it wasn't like a horror, like, outside of the beginning.
I feel like this one has got to have the stakes that Terror had.
So hopefully they
Terror
focus...
works because it feels like a mini movie.
Yeah.
And you actually are engaged in what's going on, and there's character development.
We need another, like, I don't know who the main character... Maybe it's
Rex.
Probably Rex or Trixie, yeah. And
I don't think Trixie can hold her own.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So hopefully, we get the same emotional development...
Or something. Something of substance.
Yeah.
If they can do that, maybe I'll be more open to Toy Story 4.
All right, well, let's give it a shot. The Toy Story, The Time Forgot.
All right.
You've got to be kidding me. He got an Optimum X for Christmas.
I never knew Mason liked video games.
Sadly, the controls are beyond my limitations.
Limitations are the shackles we bind to ourselves.
All right.
Mm.
The Toy Story The Time Forgot debuted on December 2nd of 2014. Another TV special, Christmas special on ABC. It was written and directed by Steve Purcell, who is best known as the creator of Sam and Max.
Oh, okay.
Like the comics.
Huh, interesting.
Have you ever played any of the games or?
No, I saw the show a long time ago.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I haven't. I'm obviously familiar with Sam and Max, but
Yeah. I'm not super familiar myself, besides just knowing the property. But
Right.
I guess he's kind of around Cars, showed up to do like additional writing stuff at Pixar and has been sticking around for ever since.
Okay.
And he was the co-director of Brave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He made this, the Toy Story The Time Forgot.
Yeah.
The Trixie
episode, which it was not as good as the other one.
No, Toy Story of Terror is definitely the
That was
top.
the top. This was like pretty good.
Yeah.
I still think this is a case for like you could have done a Toy Story TV show.
Yeah.
Like if this was an episode in the Toy Story TV show, I'd be like, wow, that was a pretty imaginative episode. Basically, Toy Story could, if it as a TV show, is like the community of Pixar shows.
Yeah.
Because they can do whatever in this one, it's a dinosaur battle, like melodrama warrior theme, like gladiator theme, and the previous one was a horror theme. Like, actually, all of them are kind of like Hawaiian Vacation. It's like you can take a setting or a genre and have it be done with toys in a creative way. But yeah, but otherwise the ground that they treaded was pretty you know, oh, you're a toy, you know.
Yeah, where this is Toy Story 1 material.
Toy Story 1 material.
Done less interestingly.
Trixie's journey is not very interesting.
Yeah, she doesn't
by the way, Tom Hanks barely does anything in this one.
That's the thing we keep... if we've learned nothing else from the Toy Story shorts, it's that Woody has nothing to do.
Yeah, and Woody and Buzz in this one are just like, this is so silly. Like,
yeah, which is like, I think Buzz kind of tried to make a joke, like, I used to be like this, but not as good as like Toy Story 2 when he did it.
Right.
This
is definitely a step back, but I enjoyed parts of it. I thought the whole like battle sore like mythology was funny.
Yeah,
like,
the musical number
and all the different. You know, I'm glad that they managed to convey what it's like to go to a rich kid's house.
Yes.
Yeah, like have like 1,000 toys. Like if I had battle sores, I would have like one figure from a garage sale. That's what I would have. But he has like 80 of them in every set.
Honestly, I would hope for the pterodactyl wizard guy.
Oh yeah.
I love the character design of him, especially. Yeah. Just how he'd always like look at you with one side of his head.
I love the gag of him going into the chair.
Yes, that was so great.
Funny. Otherwise though, it's fine. I think it's third. I'm gonna rank them. So I'm gonna say Toy Story of Terror, then Partysaurus Rex, then this, then Hawaiian Vacation, then Small Fry.
I'm right there with you. Yeah. Same exact order.
Yeah.
This was pretty good. Like, if Partysaurus Rex is not... It doesn't have any depth, really, but it's just so funny.
Sheer spectacle, and it is really funny.
Yeah, it's worth all of the time spent.
Yeah.
This is like...
This is not worth all the time spent, but I didn't feel like I wasted my time.
No.
But it definitely... This could have been a short.
Yeah, this could have been a lot shorter. It really does suffer, too, after watching how good Toy Story of Terror was.
Right.
But no, it was fine. It really... Yeah, the only thing with the Toy Story show, or it's Toy Story show, it's like, you gotta focus on the other characters.
Oh, yeah.
You can't retire Woody and Buzz.
So they have to be around.
They have to be around just in the background. It's so weird.
But I would love like a ham episode.
Yeah.
Mr. Ball, maybe not Mr. Potato Head episode anymore, but
yeah.
Like, actually there's not that... Slinky does not show up in these at all.
No, I think he was in Hawaiian Vacation. He was gonna play with Woody.
Right.
I don't know if he had any lines though.
Is that because? I mean, at this point, it's like, is it because Jim Varney died before 3, and they're like retiring the character? Is this like a Ralph the dog situation?
Maybe, but I mean, obviously they hired someone else for him in 3.
Yeah, and he was fine. Like, not that there's much you can do with Slinky Dog.
No, he's not. But again.
It's interesting, like, that they'll pick, like, a cast of characters for each one, though. Like,
yeah.
This one, it's Trixie and the weird kitty who, like, at the end is not there. Like,
yeah, that was an odd choice.
That was a weird choice.
I liked the character's line. It was a funny idea for the rest of it.
Right.
I guess the idea is it's like, wait, was it really a Christmas angel?
Yeah, or was it...
I was expecting them to just pan up and it was back on the tree.
Yeah, but...
They didn't do that.
That was odd. This brings me back to my expectations for 4, I think.
All right, well, before we talk about 4, let's watch the newest trailer.
Okay.
Who wants to go on a road trip?
Me!
Vacation!
You need help with that?
No, I got it. I know, this is a little strange, but we all have to make sure nothing happens to Forky.
Something happened to him.
So, Toy Story 4 comes out next week. June 20th.
Wow, that's soon. Okay.
Yeah, well, not in real time.
No, never mind.
For recording time.
Okay.
Yeah. This did bring me back down a little bit.
This brings me way back down. Like, already Toy Story The Time Forgot brought me down. This brought me back to the level.
I think the problem is that there's just so much repeated material in the trailer.
Yeah.
It's like Woody's temptation again.
Right.
And,
Gotta get a toy back.
Yeah. Again, it could be a whole short. Just be like, we're at a carnival.
And we meet Bo again.
That's interesting.
Bo, I do like that Bo Peep is there, I guess.
There's potential. I like Bo. I like that there's been development to her.
Yeah, the new action Bo is fun.
Yeah. Honestly, the ventriloquist dummy, that seems like a really interesting, let's introduce this to Toy Story universe. What would that be like?
Yeah.
But it could have been short.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see that, I guess, if nothing else.
Well, clearly Tom Hanks is going to get a lot of screen time in this.
Finally.
And if it's going to be the same, oh man, do I want to stay here or go back to my owner?
Honestly, watching the trailer, this is the first time I got the feeling that Woody won't go back with Bonnie.
You think she's going to stay?
And that seems kind of ridiculous.
That'd be ridiculous.
But that's the only interesting choice.
They're not going to do the interesting choice.
I think because they keep describing it as a love story between Woody and Bo Peep.
Right.
That was the original idea.
Yeah.
And I don't think Bo Peep, like, if he gets Bo Peep to come back to Bonnie's, I feel like
that's the most boring choice.
It's the most boring choice, and it's like the most. It's like, oh, we're breaking down what she's developed. Like, we're like, no, we're gonna take away what you've done with your life.
Right.
Whereas the other reason I think that like they should do it is like we just talked about how Woody has no point in these shorts anymore. He's done.
But the thing about Toy Story 3, the whole point of 3 is like, oh, you're supposed to make your kid happy.
Yeah.
And like, you move on to a new kid. It's too soon to like be like, all right, bye. Right? Is the movie going to be like, you know what? Live selfishly.
I mean, is it the selfish? It's tough.
In the context of toys and the whole message of the movies, yes.
It's true that it would be completely going back on the end of 3.
What if he dies?
Well, I mean, they can't retire the character unless he dies or he leaves Bonnie's.
Yeah.
And maybe they won't, because maybe they'll do Toy Story 5, and god damn it, they probably will.
Oh boy.
But like that, just I didn't. Like, when I was watching the trailer again, I got that tinge, and I'm like, oh, that could be a way.
Of course, right. Like,
but they probably won't.
There's no way they're going to have him leave. At least she'd have to be aged up, like, some years. For it to have any impact. Mm-hmm. She's still just...
the same age, basically.
It's the same age, and, like, barely any time has passed.
Yeah, and they should have given... Well, I guess the idea is, like, she's maybe a year or two earlier.
But then, what does Bonnie get out of it? Oh, I just lost my toy?
Yeah.
That just... There's no, like, meaning or, like, emotion. Andy, it's like he gets to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Woody just leaves with Bo Peep. That is not a satisfying ending in any capacity.
No.
It might be interesting in the subversion, but it's not a good way to end the story.
It does not seem like there's a good... I mean...
I think the emotional ending they're talking about is he's like, I gotta go back, Bo. Like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah, and he leaves Bo.
He leaves Bo.
To go to Bonnie.
Right. That would be the most interesting of the safe routes.
The interesting of the most, the realistic
is that Woody and
choices.
Bo don't get to stay together.
Yeah.
They split up. Part ways again, I guess.
Because they keep saying it's the most emotional one.
Which I'm like, no, it's not.
2 is the most emotional one. But even now, I don't know.
None of the new characters I'm particularly thrilled with.
Forky is played by Tony Hale, but he just sounds like Richard Kind to me.
Does he?
Yeah.
I get.
Not Tony Hale in general, but like in this, it just sounds like I'm hearing Richard Kind's voice. I like him as a choice. He's a fun actor.
Right.
Seems to fit the character, I guess.
Key and Peele as a plushie seems like they're going to be very loud.
Yeah. It's
maybe funny, but very loud.
Like very cachet casting at this point.
And Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom.
Oh, I didn't know he was playing Duke Kaboom.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got a movie with the 2 nicest guys in Hollywood together. Yeah. That's something. They haven't done that before.
I'll just say after all this, after watching all these shorts, watching the trailers, I am brought back down to earth. I am not excited at all for this movie. I do not think it will be worth its existence. It'll be the Monsters University, but worse.
Well, here's the one thing. No, I'm with you, but I have to ask.
Yeah.
Have we just become Al from Al's Toy Barn? Are we like... You're not playing with the toys right? Are we just, because, like, obviously kids are going to see this and probably love it.
Okay, well, you can say that about literally any movie. Like, you are allowed to critique a children's movie.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, will kids love Toy Story 4? Sure, great. That's wonderful for kids. But, like, from a analytical standpoint, will this movie be worth it? It really depends on what happens.
Well, it depends. I mean, in one way, it's like, well, how much money will it make?
Right.
And then, yeah.
Oh, I don't even think about that.
No, of course not.
Like storytelling value, will this be worth it?
Is there any way this conclusion could top the conclusion 3?
Absolutely not.
Is there any way it could be good?
I think the best we can hope for is okay.
Yeah. I don't know. They surprised me a lot with some of the shorts today. I don't.
Yeah, but that was also focusing on characters that didn't get the spotlight in the last.
They
movie.
really, yeah.
This is gonna be about Woody again, doing that again.
He's the best character in the series for sure.
He was the best character in the first 3.
Yeah, because he's like they're really gonna have to figure something else out, which it doesn't seem like they have in the trailers.
I do not.
He's playing dad for sure, though. Like you were saying, that we gotta watch out for Forky. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And like he's
fuck Forky. Forky's a piece of trash.
She'll forget it in 2 seconds. Yeah.
She will make a new Forky.
Yeah, it's actually very easy to make a new Forky.
Yeah, like Lotso Huggin' Bear got replaced in a day or whatever. Like, Forky can get replaced in a second.
Now, if there's actually a kind of, like, that's why he's so paranoid about it, that would be interesting. It wouldn't be necessarily good, but, like, it'd be neat if they actually mentioned Lotso.
Even that's already been kind of gone over in 3, though.
And no, yeah, it's been done.
The whole idea of being replaced.
But, I don't know. Here's what we're gonna see it next week. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go in looking for the positives.
I won't necessarily be doing that. I'm gonna go in with very low expectations, and if they can...
Me too.
If they can surprise me, I'll give it to them, but I've seen a lot of real fucking duds, like, animate, like, from Pixar, like, to the point where I'm like, I don't...
Look, it's not going to be The Good Dinosaur.
That's not saying much, though.
No.
Like, even, like, Cars 3 is, like, a nothing movie. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Monsters U is a nothing movie. It's perfectly fine. They have good elements, but are they worth their existence? I don't think so. Incredibles 2, worth its existence?
Incredibles 2, I hate. No.
See, I even liked Incredibles 2, but do I think it justified its own existence? No. So I think Toy Story 4 is just going to be the same camp of just... Maybe it'll be a perfectly fine movie, but it will not be worth all that effort and money put into this. It'll be worth it to them because it's going to make so much money.
Yeah.
But from a creative standpoint, I think it's pretty bankrupt.
Yeah.
But I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for this movie to be like my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's make it better. Let's make it better than any previous Toy Story. That's impossible.
It is impossible.
But let's find out. Okay. So we're going to talk about that next week.
And we'll be talking about a lot more about Tom Hanks.
Finally, on the TomHanksgiving Podcast.
Yeah.
In the meantime, SungWon, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitter. Just search ProZD. YouTube.com/ProZD. Twitter.com/ProZD. Just Google PROZD. I do funny tweets and videos, and yeah, I do good shit. Check me out, dog.
And if you want to hear him voice act in a cartoon, Tuca and Birdie.
Tuca and Birdie on Netflix.
OKKO.
OKKO. Got some stuff coming out. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. You can see my updates on what I'm going to be in.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Elvis Kaboom. Follow the show at Tom Hanks Pod. And until next time, thanks for listening.
Tom Hanks. We fell in love with you, Tom Hanks, just like so many do deeply, because you made us smile, and your great on-screen style. So that's why we give thanks, 'cause you got a friend in Tom Hanks, Tom Hanks. Rex. Potty Pooper Rex. Potty Pooper Rex.